What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be working on the 77 Camaro. We're going to be doing some odds and ends stuff. I would like to get the front of the car back on, but before that I do that, I got to get the power steering pump on and just some other stuff. So I have been busy. I've already been working on the car, so let me show you exactly what I've done. So the first thing that I did is I got the knurled nut for the air cleaner. I got that trimmed down and hacksawed it and got it all fixed. The next thing I did is I had my spark plug boots backwards. As you can see, these things got like little ribs on them that stick up, so they were backwards, so I just flipped them all around. Then I got underneath the I cleaned up all the wires underneath the motor here. You see a few running here. This is for the radiator. I did get it hooked up onto the relay. I haven't tested it yet, but we will. And then look at that. I got all those wires cleaned up. And then another thing that I did is I got this fuel line ran. I have it coming down under the car here. Oh, let's see if we can see it. So it comes down, follows the rail, which is right there. And then I have it coming down. Then it goes inside of this rail here. Then it comes out right there where it connects to the power. And then it goes back to the fuel pump and everything. So it's all hooked up and good there. And then the return line, like I said, I want it to come back this way, which it does. So it comes back right there, down, up, around, and then in here, which is the return. And then when I turn the key on to the car, you can definitely hear fuel shooting back into the fuel tank. So I'll probably have to drop that fuel tank actually and put a pickup on the bottom of it to accommodate, so it's not mixing the gas and aerating it. Listen here when I turn the key on. Not sure if you can hear that. It's the pump going, but not sure if you can hear the trickle, but it's trickling a little bit. So I know it's going to be aerating the snot out of that gas there, and I do not want that to happen. So the next thing I need to do is I need to go get gas for the car. I only had this is a 5-gallon tank. It was like 2 gallons in there. So I got to go put some more fuel in the car, and then I've got to get, I want to get this started up and make sure that that relay is working correctly, and then the fan's going to kick on automatically like it should. And then I would like to start working on the power steering pump, which goes right here, and then getting it tied in and getting that good to go. And then also getting the brakes bled. I really need to get that done. It's just been something I've been putting off. I actually have a leak in the line here, which kind of sucks. But this line here, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. That brake line there, that sucker keeps leaking brake fluid. I did have to put a double flare on that, so I don't know if my flare's bad or not, but I can't get the brakes to bleed, so I'm just assuming that's the issue right there. It's sucking air and it won't bleed. So yeah, let's get started. Alrighty, so here's what I've done so far. I got a rubber grommet in here, so the wires are passed through the firewall on that. And then the next thing I want to do is, I got this AC delete box for the Camaro, and it's going to go right here. But before I can put that right there is I got to get this the AC box for the interior back in. So I'm going to get that back in, and then I'm going to start measuring this up and getting it mocked up to go onto the car. There's no holes drilled in it. I would like to use the factory holes, which there's one here, one there, one up there. They're just kind of all over, and they kind of do line up, but when I dry fit this, I was almost having some issues with everything and how it's supposed to go. So let me get going on that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I got this on here, and it's just kind of mocked up and dry fit on. So what I want to do is I had to remove the motor here, and I need to put it on in here. So I kind of measured everything out and I'm going to put the first hole in, and I'm just going to get this screwed in. And then I'll drill the rest of the holes and get it the rest of the way. And I'm just using self-tapping screws for this. This is a fiberglass piece and it is pretty strong. Perfect. And there we go, that's in. The next thing I need to do is I need to drill in these mounting holes. I didn't put the fan in because the fan that I have is actually too deep for that box, and it's hitting on the back of the fireball, so I have to get another one. So that's why I didn't put the fan in right now. I got to get a non-AC fan, which is a lot slimmer. It's not as wide, and that's what this uses. So like I said, I'm going to drill out some holes where the mounting holes are and then get this all buttoned up. So just hang in there while I do this. I need to mount this here. It's for the controls for the air. So I think I want that right there. We go. And we gotta drill a couple holes for the screws. That's complete. This right here is the resistor for the control. So when you turn the speed up on the fan, it passes through these little springs, which pulls it down, and it does something with the resistance, and this is what makes it have variable speed. So I gotta figure out where I'm gonna mount this, so let me figure that out and then we'll get to mounting. Well, so today is actually a new day and I was gonna go ahead and get this installed, but last night I went online and I was able to find a new one on Napa, and then also a new plug, which I will be replacing as well. That fits the new style of resistor for the motor there. And then also I ordered the blower motor, so that should be in too. So I think the next thing that I'm actually going to start on is I want to start putting the fenders back on, and then I would like to get the doors back on as well. But before I get the doors on, I want to go ahead and start getting my Dynamat type stuff in, just for a little bit of soundproofing, and kind of get this on just so I'm not fighting the doors while they're in the way. So that's kind of where we're at, and this is where we're going to start. Okay, so I'm installing this product here. It's called Kilmat, and what it is like Dynamat, only the cheaper brand. So with this, I'm just going to line the floors with this. And it's going to be hard to see right now, but once I get going, I can kind of stop and explain how to do it. Alright, so the next thing that I want to be doing is putting on the fenders. I got the Kilmat or the Dynamat, whatever you want to call it, the knockoff liner in there. That was a lot. That took a few hours to put in, but now I want to get going on the fenders. So let's get to it. Alright, so I finally went to the store and I picked up the new resistor. And if you look at it, it looks like this here. And I made a template that this fit in. And I put it right there because that's where I want it to go. So I'm going to go ahead and drill this out. And then I'm going to get my saw and just cut around that real quick. Since I don't want to scratch up the paint on this box, I'm going to go ahead and add tape around the line. There we go. That is installed. Now the next thing that we need to do is remove this box here and then put on the new fan. Okay, so here's the new fan that I got. It's a aluminum fan, and here's where this goes. It's pretty simple. This just slides on. Yeah, that is a lot longer, but this actually comes with a Allen key right here. And if you look at the shaft, it's got a flat edge on it, so that Allen key will just screw onto the edge of that shaft. Okay, that is done. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and put this back in. All right, and that is that. Hey everybody, well, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. yeah, I'm just not putting out the content that I once was. Things are slowing down. I did get the dash pad in, and I'm waiting for some gaugers to come in. And then, yeah, I just got some small stuff to do. But right now, I think the next step, I don't know. We'll see where I go. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could hit that subscribe button, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. It would help me a lot. Hit the thumbs up button. That helps me a lot as well. And it just gets the content out. I really enjoy doing this, and I really enjoy showing what I'm doing. I know that there were some comments of people saying, you know, I'm an idiot, I don't know what I'm doing, or got some messages, and, you know, this is a whole learning curve for me. I've never done it before, but the people that are following along, I really appreciate everything. Yeah, so stick around, and we'll see you later. Peace.